Hey YouTube, this is Blazer0. I'm coming you with my Mathmech deck profile post Rise of the Duelist. So yep, anyway, starting off we were running 3 of Mathmech Division. He let's about something stupid. But anyways, contribute Cybers in the extra monster zone special to level 4 Cybers from the hand or from special to one each Cybers monster from your hand. And grave, if this is sent to the grave, you can basically target a card on the field and it cuts attack in half. That really helps out the deck for getting over big monsters. Next is 3 Mathmech Nabla. Yeah, so basically he special summons out the monsters from the Mathmech from the deck by triggering a Cerberus on the field. And also when he's sent to the grave, you can have a monster attack twice on each monster. Next is 3 Mathmech Sigma. So you control the monsters in your extra monster zone. You can special summon this while it's in your hand or grave. But when it's special summon, it has to be banished when it leaves the field. You can only each you can also not special summon any monster with an extra deck except Cybers, which is kind of not a problem most of the time for the deck. But it can also be treated as a non-tuner for synchros for a Mathmech. Next up, we're using 3 subtractions. You can special summon this by targeting a monster on the field. It loses one stack of attack points, and you cannot special summon the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for Cybers. It cannot attack this turn, so that's basically for him. Next up, you want to run 3 of Mathmech Addition. Because basically he adds attack to a monster. So the opposite of subtraction, basically. And he can attack for the rest of the turn. Like most of them, you cannot special summon monsters except for Cybers on the extra deck. Next is we're running 3 of Mathmech Multiplication. He may be the weakest one of the of attack for the Cybers, but he's the strongest one in defense. And he can become you target one of the level 4s of Cybers on the field, they become level 8, can target himself as well. And when it's in the grave, he target one monster you control, one monster on the field, right? Yeah, one monster you control in the extra monster zone, attacks are doubled. So you can go for a game with this card. Next up, 3 Banzer Lord. Yeah, basically you can just normal. I'm pretty sure some of you know what he does, but anyways, as I was gonna say before, normal summon this, pay a stack of life, be able to special summon one of your other Mathmech cards, use their effects to tribute this guy alpha or whatever to get your other ones on your Mathmechs on the field. So you can go into combos with that. Next up, 2 of the new cards from the Rise of the Duelist, Mathmech Diameter. Whew. This card is pretty fun. You can run 2 or 3 of this. It depends on all you. So it's a Cybers and another tuner. When there's normal summon target level 4 Cybers in the monster in your grave. Special summon it, but its effects are negated. And Mathmech that uses as materials such as the otks and synchro gains this effect. Once per turn, come focus. Yeah, there we go. Once per turn of the card during the turn, this card was first summon when your opponent activates card or effects. Quick effect negate the activation. So yeah, that's what that does. But it won't be able to negate the super poly because you cannot respond to Super Poly. Next up, I'm running 2 of the Sea Turtle. If you want to run the Nibiru instead of this, go right ahead, but it's going to make the deck more pricier. Because you'll be running the Nibiru. And honestly, this is much easier to get out and to beat over than the Nibiru is. To that, whoops. Now onto the spells. We are running 3 Signet Mining. I finally got my playset. So you just ditch a card, add out Cybers. It doesn't have to be a monster, it can be a spell or trap that you don't really need at the time. So you get out one of your Cybers, then go off to your combos. Next up is 3 Mathmech equations. You basically target one of your Cybers that are in the grave. Not Cybers, Mathmechs in the grave, special summon them. They gain 1k attack. You can only activate one of this per turn. So that's why I run 3, because it helps sometimes. Next up, you're running out the equip spell, Mathmech Billion Natura. So what this does is, when a Mathmech monster battles an opponent's monster, you can send a Mathmech from your grave. It gains its attack, and then those Mathmech that you send to the grave, their effects goes off. And when this card leaves the field, you can add one of your Cybers in the grave, add it to your hand. Yeah, except for this card. Gonna use each effect of it once per turn as well. Next one, you're using 2 Signet Backdoor. This just goes out with Balance Lord, because when he's banished, you can spread summon a level 4 lower Cybers from your hand onto the field. That's why you run 2 of that. You can run 3 if you want to, or go with 1 and side deck the other 2, just in case. But that's up to you. Your personal choices. And then I'm running 2 Pot of Desires. Yeah, you'll know what this does. Banish top 10, draw 2. It digs into the deck a bit deep. That's why I only run 2. Because most of the time you rarely want to use this, because I forgot to add in my Call by the Graves. And if this thing gets asked, well, you're out of luck, because you might be banishing most of your combo pieces because of this. So that's why I run 2. Next up, I'm running 2 of Mathmech Super Effectral. I don't know how to say that. But anyways, this allows you to special out your Mathmech from the grave onto the field, but you must choose one of the following to perform. You can either Synchro Summon or Exceed Summon on your opponent's turn. That's why you have 2 of this. I'll tell you why later on, why I run 2. Oh yeah, that's my whole thing. Next up, I'm running 2 Grand Horns of Heaven, just to negate my opponents from special summoning. You know, it allows them to draw, which is kind of stupid. But hey, better than anything else, right? I mean, there's one card I do have that I would rather run than that, but yeah. Next one, you're using Mathmech Introduction. So all Cybers monsters on your field gain 500 attack, which helps. And if you control Mathmech, whoa, why isn't that focusing? There we go. You can send this card from the grave, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. So you want to use your other effects, like your other Mathmech effects. You can bait them out by activating this, and then pretty sure they will negate that. Because most of the time they don't want their stuff getting destroyed. So that's why I run 1. Next one, I'm running 1 Solemn Strike. And I'm pretty sure you know what this does. Just pay 1500, negate the special summon or activation of the card, destroy it. I would run 2, but I was only able to get 1. Next up, you're running Black Horn of Heaven. Basically, just like the Grand Horn of Heaven, just negate, destroy. But your opponent does not draw, so that's why I run that. Out to the extra deck. So you're running 2 of Geometric Magma. When he destroys a card on the field by battle, Take it 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them, and if this was destroyed, well, in your position, you can add a Mathmech spell trap from your deck to the hand, but you can only use each of his effects once per turn. Now on to the big one, the one that you're mainly summoning is Mathmech Final Sigma. The only way you can get rid of this is by getting it kaiju. There's nothing else you can do. So what he is that here, unaffected by other card effects except for Mathmechs while in the extra monster zone. And if this card is in the extra monster zone, battles an opponent monster in battle, inflicts your opponent double damage. So yeah, it's basically like an otks, but just bigger and more stronger. And if this card is destroyed by battle or is in its owner's position, is destroyed by any card effects, which there are some cards that can bypass this effect. You can add one Mathmech from your deck to your hand. You can only use each of the effect of Final Sigma once per turn. That's why I have 2. You can, if you want, you can run 3 of it. Go ahead. Next up, I'm running one Prime Mathmech Lapis. I think that's what I say. It requires just 3 level 4 monsters. If Mathmech you control would be destroyed by card effects, these types of material, they are from this card instead, so they're not destroyed. It goes off of it helps you out with your protection, your combo. So there you go. You can detach 3 materials. Then you can use that main effect. You can only choose the same material. Choose the same effect twice. Oh no, you cannot choose the same material effect twice, and you resolve them in the list or skip any that were not chosen. So it's basically like sorry. So it's basically like a Trishula, because send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to the grave. Send 1 monster from your opponent controls. Well, send 1 monster your opponent controls to the grave. Send 1 spell check card your opponent controls to the grave. You can only use each this effect once per turn. That's why I have 6. That's why I'm only using 2 of this in the deck, because you special summon out this. If you want, you can run 2 of him. So yeah, he's basically the Trishula of the deck. Next up, you're running out to your Link 1s. Link Disciple and Link Devoter. So the reason why I run 2 of this is because just to get into the deck deeper. Yeah, because he can, when he's Link 7, can't Link summon any level 2, Link 2 or higher on your turn, which is fine because you're mostly gonna do it during your opponents with IP. Oh, that looked a bit weird from my view. And for Link Disciple, when you can choose 1 card that's points to draw a card, and then place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. That's why you run 1 of this, as well as Link Disciple, because when he's distributed, especially with 2 level 1 Link Devote tokens. Oops. Next up, you're running 1 of Nightmare Cerberus. Y'all know what he does, and Nightmare Phoenix, you know what it does as well. Then the Link to IP. Basically just link summons during your opponent's turn. Oh, and then you're running as well as Nightmare Unicorn, which you're obviously going to be summoning during your opponent's turn. So yeah, that was the deck profile, and I hope you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll be linking down in the description the channel for Just for Fun and for Daybreaker. If you saw the video from Just for Fun's channel yesterday, Sunday, I'm stupid, Sunday, Saturday, where we did a box battle. I clearly won that by putting out the best cut, the most pricey card in the set. I won't spoil what it is, so I'll let you all see that. Till the next one, bye.